Hello Cancer, and welcome to your yearly 2024 tarot reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. Cancer, I'm going to pull you an oracle card, which is the energy deck. I'm going to pull you an Archangel Michael card by month, and then a tarot card by month, where we look at the top line energies in different areas of your life, because a lot can happen in 1 month, let alone a year. So let's see what we get for you. What do we have for Cancer, please, to start the reading? Angel, Spirits, Guides. I've got 2 cards, so let's just take it. January. February. March. April. May. June. July. Let's move those up a bit. July, August, September, October, November, December. An Archangel Michael card for you. What do we have for Cancer? Thank you for the year. Angel, Spirits, Guides. Message for our lovely Cancerians. Starting with January. Thank you. February. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And now let's pull your tarot. Message for Cancer. Thank you, Angel, Spirits, Guides. Energies to come for 2024. What do we have for Cancer? Thank you, Angel, Spirits, Guides. 2024 for Cancer. Ten of Wands. Six of Wands. More Wands energy, 9 of Wands, the Star, 9 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, 8 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, Page of Swords, the Emperor. All right, Cancer, let's start with January for you. So the Ten of Wands generally represents, in its purest sense, something that has become a weight or a burden that has built up over time, that you have an opportunity to let go of that weight now, because you might have reached the end of that situation here and you can let something go, or you have the opportunity to let it go. So this can be quite an empowered energy. It can sometimes be, sometimes we say to ourselves, you know what, I don't know why I'm putting all this work and effort into this particular job, because I'm not appreciated for it. I'm doing all the work and everybody else is. I do more than my fair share. I'm dutiful, I'm responsible, I do everything I need to, but I might not be appreciated for it. So this can be where you might be making some changes, might be deciding to let it go, setting up yourself to let it go because it's become too much of a thing. Similarly, that can be also the scenario here in you might feel that all you do is get up, go to work, go to bed, long working hours, hard work, and you want a better life balance. This can be about bringing in the changes. Similarly, this can be also a process that you might have gone through here, Cancer, where you're reaching the end of that process and you can finally let go of the weight, the burden that has built up over a period of time. Yes, it can be in relationships, an experience in relationships, friend, family, love, romance, work. I don't like the way you make me feel. It's become too much of a thing. I can't do this anymore. I want to let this go. So however this resonates for you, it feels like you have an opportunity to release from some kind of burden by your own actions this month. Your Archangel Michael card is number 3. Archangel Michael is with you now. Even though you can't see it, I am actively working on this situation. I am here and helping you. Anxiety, number 18. And we have Woman Holding a Heart, number 44. The woman holding a heart could be you. It could be somebody that you're connecting to. I'm generally not gender specific in readings, so this can be male or female. Could be some kind of heart energy. Heart energy can support us through a difficult time, where we're getting to the end of a process and finally get a chance to release from it. Similarly, this can be about someone promising to change in love, romance, relationships, that, you can let go of the burden, the weight, because the difference is going to be rung in. And like I said, it might also be here, Cancer, with the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands can represent when we take on a lot of responsibility, a lot of duty. So this can actually be when it might well be that you need to evaluate what others are doing. For example, if this was, taking care of a parent, for example, or a parent had some kind of health issue and you were doing that, then you were taking care of your family, you were working, you were dealing with the house and the day-to-day activities and children and so on and so forth. This is when it becomes too much. And it might well be this is about reassigning responsibilities as well, because it's become too much of a thing. It's causing you stress, anxiety, So this can actually indicate when you're doing all the right things and you're being very dutiful and you've taken on all the responsibility. It might well be that this is about redistributing in some way as well. How you let go of that weight, that burden by your own action. We have the 6 of Wands in February. Now, the 6 of Wands is a great card of a significant achievement, victory, triumph, recognition. If it was to do with this here, again, this can be very good in terms of promotions. This can be very good in terms of getting recognized and noticed for what you do. So it could link in with what you've done here, Cancer, as well, not necessarily. It can be a victory or triumph in any life area, so it can even be also legal. But it's when we overcome challenge, obstacles, difficulties, and we claim a victory over them. So it's always a card of getting noticed, recognized for what you are, what you do. Very good in terms of victory, triumph, and successes. So very empowered energy where you get to put whatever challenged you behind you and move on from it. So always a lovely energy. We have the Archangel Michael card, number 20. No, it is not yet time. This is not the divine right time to take action. Please be patient. The opportune moment is approaching. It looks like it will approach because, like I said, the 6 of Wands is a card of confirming that there is a significant achievement, victory, triumph, success for you over difficulty. And we have rest and rejuvenation, number 19. Maybe you need to take a break. Maybe after all this work and effort, which we have, January and February, it might well be that you need to take a little break here. So just very empowered energy, the 6 of Wands energy, because we're always quite upbeat and empowered by what this means to us as well. It's not just in terms of work or legal either. I mean, 6 of Wands can be accolades, awards, recognition in terms of professionally, So however that would resonate for you, it is a card of triumph and victory, recognition, getting some recognition for what you do. If you felt taken for granted in this scenario, this is absolutely an energy here of maybe getting some recognition for what you do. And similarly, if there has been a burden here, this is claiming victory over that between January and February as well, if they're related. And with it saying, no, it is not yet time, again, that could be this area where you finally get that recognition that you've been waiting for, the triumph. But if there has been some kind of pause for whatever reason, that this is coming, this would be your one step away, one final push, one final obstacle, and then you're home dry. Always a very positive energy on that basis here, Cancer. The Nine of Wands can indicate sometimes when we feel that things are over, things have completed, and then there's another thing. So again, in whichever life area, just when I think everything is back on an even keel, just when I think I'd sorted it all out, just when I think, we're all kind of like fine and dandy. For example, if this was a relationship where you were saying, okay, if there's going to be difference, if I can let go of this weight, if we can move on from this scenario here, and then something else happens and you're just kind of like, I'm back where I started. This might well be where you're tested again, and you decide whether you want to persevere on this path or whether you want to throw in the towel and give up. I mean, this is that point here with the Nine of Wands where we're just kind of like, I don't know if I want to carry on, because just when I think everything's fine, something else happens. And it could also be in a work situation here, where you do the work, you get the recognition, you get the promotion, and then something else happens. It could well be like a behavioural pattern of a boss, where you just thought that you were past that, when you just thought it was better. This is that scenario here where you're just like, oh, there's just another thing now to deal with, So it might well be here, this is that scenario here, where it teaches you something. And it's very intuitive energy, the Nine of Wands energy. You decide whether you want to persevere on a path or kind of like make some kind of changes potentially as well. So this can sometimes be also in situations. For example, the easiest example that I can give, if you were like pursuing, for example, a visa application, and it's been testing, and just when you thought everything was done and finished, say in March, and you'd had to jump through hoops, something else happens and you're just kind of like, oh, honestly. So it can just be requiring perseverance, one final push, one final obstacle, and then you're home dry. So like I said, whichever life area this applies to you, it can sometimes require an energy of perseverance, but sometimes we question whether it's worth it or not, and only you will know that intuitively. Especially if it's to do with relationships in particular, because this feels like potentially, oh, okay, say for example it was a friendship, let's put it behind us, let's move on from it, and then something else happens and you're just kind of like, oh no. So you understand, so there may well be some kind of choice or decision to make here. The Archangel Michael message, be honest with yourself. All your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth and then let Source take it from there. We have storm warning, number 10. Yeah. Like I said, the energy here, Cancer, is, it looks like there's the potential here of throwing in the towel and giving up, and you have to be honest with yourself in whether you want to continue persevering on a path, and really only you know, and how something's going to evolve, or whether you want to ring in the changes. It might well be whatever has tested you is teaching you something, and it's finding the lessons in that. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you here. And we have the lovely star in April. The star is a card of blessings. Now, the star, interestingly enough, when we talk about the storm warning, the star is actually a card of hope, faith, new optimism, renewal, new blessings, new wish fulfillment coming into your life after change. So it comes after the Tower in the Major Arcana. The Tower is when sometimes we choose to let things fall to the ground. Sometimes we choose to let things go. We embrace change. We're intuitively the catalyst of our change. The Towers can also be about truth, revelation, an event that happens, someone's actions, that causes the potential of an ending, that causes significant change in our life. This is that sense here where you're moving forward in faith in a particular direction because intuitively you feel this is the way you need to go. And you're being told, whatever you've been tested on here in March time, this is that sense of you're absolutely moving in the right direction come April. So sometimes these things happen for a reason. Sometimes these things happen to set us on the right path that we need to be on. This is about moving forward in faith, new hope, new reasons to be optimistic, renewal, blessings, wish fulfillment ahead. This is a lovely spiritual energy of you're being watched over. It's a blessing. We have number 7, change is coming. I am here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a time of joyous opportunities. So yes, we have the change energy here, and then we have the star moving forward in faith to new blessings and wish fulfillment here. All part of your transformation. We have the garden and the gate, number 30. So the garden and the gate is really an example. This girl wears a key around her neck, and she has the key that will unlock that gate, that will open up the outside world to her. But sometimes there is the attraction of the comfort zone. And it might well be for some of you here, Cancer, you might have some kind of crossroads decision in terms of whether you stay where you are or you embrace significant change and potentially move even in a different direction, broaden your horizons, open your world up in some way. And it looks like you hold the key. So there's quite a strong energy here of you have some significant influence in terms of how this blessings unfold for you. But either way, I feel that you're just going to really kind of like move forward with the right path, the right choice, the right decision. Because generally when the star appears, we don't really choose wrong. We generally move forward in faith in the direction that we're meant to go in. And sometimes things conspire leading up to this to set us on that path. We have the 9 of Swords in May. The 9 of Swords can be a card of stress, worry, anxiety. It's sometimes when we're in our own head quite a lot, when we overthink, when we overdwell, over-worry, over-analytical. It is when our mind can be our worst enemy because it doesn't necessarily reflect the present circumstances. It actually magnifies them quite a lot. It is based in fact, the 9 of Swords. Something causes us stress, worry and uncertainty. But it's when the mind can be our own worst enemy and magnify things, make things 10 times worse, when we can't see the wood for the trees. So just bear in mind here, we have the blanket here, Cancer, and the blanket represents that Spirit is protecting you. With this person's head in their hands, they can't see it, but you're being told with really the significant colour in that card is the blanket of protection. So really there's a strong energy here of the need to just keep perspective and watch out for how you're perceiving things, your outlook, and just keep in your head. I mean, that would be the energy here with the 9 of Swords. We have number 23, pray from the heart. Prayer can really move mountains. Reach out to the divine with your heart's concerns and watch miracles unfold. That's your Archangel Michael message. And we have man holding a heart, number 45. So that will be you're either being supported by this person. This person may be asking for a second chance. There could be an apology. So man holding a heart can be somebody who's connected to your heart in some way. So that will be if this was to do with somebody wanting to start over, apologising, promising something, promising change. The pray from the heart would be getting answered prayers in terms of how to move forward. Certainly between April and May, it definitely feels like you might get some kind of clarity that you move forward in faith on a particular path. Either you might take a chance on this person here, or you might just move forward in faith in a different direction if that was to do with relationships. Like I said, Cancer, this can be other areas of life, but there's a strong sense of being watched over. being protected with the Nine of Swords as well. So certainly if you ask for help, help will be given in terms of how you move forward with the scenario. And like I said, the man holding a heart can also be very supportive energy. It might well be through some kind of stressful time. But it's always when our mind works against us, the Nine of Swords. You know, the mind is pretty powerful, and generally what we perceived is what is. You know, it's that powerful, the mind. So it's just being aware of that. In June, we have the Queen of Pentacles. As an energy, the Queen of Pentacles is a very successful energy. This would be very positive in terms of Queen of Pentacles can be a very abundant energy, very successful energy in money, business, career, financial areas in particular. So you might be feeling that this month. If this is your energy here, Cancer, this can be a very, very positive energy of feeling really abundant, feeling that sense of growth, feeling that you're in that zone, feeling that you're really using your practical resources and abilities in a very constructive way to bring greater abundance and success into your life. Also very clear in terms of what you're working towards and how you want certainly your business, your career, your financial aspect to unfold. Also very good in terms of recovery on finances as well, the Queen of Pentacles too. She can actually, as a person, this can be somebody in business or somebody influential in money areas who might offer you something. Sometimes it can be somebody who's generous to us, who might gift us money. Sometimes it can be to do with, you know, a leader in business who holds opportunity, bonuses, pay rises. So however this manifests for you, it's a very abundant energy. Queen of Pentacles, again, if there was healing asked for here, she can also be a very positive healing energy. There is an energy here, Cancer, as well. Again, with your just taking on the energy of the card, this can be very good in terms of health and healing, healthy life changes, healthy lifestyle, connecting to a healer in some way. So that might well be influential for you in June. We have number 28, someone new is coming. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. And it's relationships in whichever life area as well. But I do see here, Cancer, with the Queen of Pentacles, self-care, self-nurturing, self-worth is very key here. And then we do have the Two of Cups here. So certainly in July, this can indicate love, romance, relationships. So potential of that here. And again, Queen of Pentacles can be male or female energies too, but I get a strong sense of the energy of that card as well. Oh, we have the Angel of Love, number 49. So strong energy in terms of love, romance, someone new. You know, the someone new, I also feel with the Two of Cups can also be renewed as well. Because the Two of Cups is my bond between two people. This can be instant attraction with somebody new, chemistry. You just know each other, you see each other, you don't have to say anything. There is that recognition of each other's souls. This is the energy of kindred spirit, soul connection, a bond between two people. The bond's always already there. It's just recognition of that. So the energy here, Cancer, is there could be some important connection that you are forming in July time. Just a lovely, lovely energy of that sense of oneness with another person. The Two of Cups can also be very good in terms of friendships, new friendships. It can also represent a friendship moving to relationship status. In existing relationships, if this was potential of renewal, this can be reconciliation. So however this manifests for you, other meanings, because there is a bit of a focus in terms of love. potentially around June, July. But I do want to say, because it is a general reading, the Two of Cups can also be the importance of partnerships in a work scenario. It can represent also an important connection. Could be in a different area of your life, where you just feel that sense of you're on the same page, you think like each other, you have that kind of connection. This would be that scenario here. It can represent offers or invitations as well being extended to. We have, oh my goodness, so we have number 33. This is a blessing in disguise. Be patient and have faith that your angels have this situation under control. What will come is far better than you dared dream. So sometimes I will say maybe change needs to happen here in order to move you forward to blessings and wish fulfillment. Maybe even point you in the right direction here, because there's definitely an energy here of a blessing in disguise come July time with a brand new beginning. And this is generally a door that you're meant to walk through that is being heavily influenced and opened by spirit for you. Number 32. So very lovely energy there. Everything happens for a reason. We have the Eight of Wands. So there may well be here, Cancer, this is August time. August is very good in terms of holidays. The Eight of Wands can be about travel. There may well be a reason to travel. There may be a reason to go and see somebody. This can be about just going, traveling, a journey maybe, might be on the cards for you. Now, the Eight of Wands can also be very positive in terms of things moving forward quickly. We have the sense here, Cancer, as well, of Cupid's arrows, certainly between these months here, July and August in particular, in terms of just being kind of struck by love in a very significant and profound way, where things just move forward very, very positively and quickly for you. It's that kind of energy here. So again, very lovely energy there. The Eight of Wands can also be here, Cancer, where there may well be some kind of important communication that might even come out of the blue. And you might need to just move forward quickly on it. This can be about swift change, can be linked with communication. Even the things that are on that card, opportunity, connections, networking, so this can be maybe some kind of important communication out of the blue that you just need to move on quite quickly. But it generally represents positive movement and forward and positive change. We have number 44. You will manifest what you need. This is your Archangel Michael message. Express gratitude as if your plans have already come to pass. Trust that your angels are bringing you the assistance you need. Lovely. We have appreciation, number 15. Appreciation is when we look back on a journey and we appreciate how far we've come. This could be, again, if this was reconciliation energy, which is not limited to being connected to this month, but if it was, this would be, we've got all this history together, can we at least give it a go? And maybe some kind of conversations about how you move forward here will be on the cards here. This can also be where we appreciate what's happened in the past, but we're not held hostage to the past anymore. We can appreciate the lessons from the past, but we can now take it with us on a new journey. So however this resonates for you, sorry Cancer, I just had a dry throat, I needed to get a drink. So yeah, so appreciation is really key in August time. How far you've come, and letting that guide you even in terms of how you move forward. Sometimes we look back and let experience be our guide in terms of how we move forward as well. We have the Three of Pentacles. So this is September time. Three of Pentacles, Cancer, there may well be an important, this can be a card of compromise and negotiation. So there could well be an important negotiation for you could be in money terms, packages, some kind of negotiation if you're selling something or buying something. This will be that kind of scenario here. It's generally that energy of coming to some kind of common place or agreement in some way that everyone's happy with. So there may well be some kind of scenario where that's achieved in some way. We negotiate an outcome in some way. You know, this can also be a great card here of getting everybody back on the same page. We sometimes find that with kind of like friendships or, you know, friendship circle or family, you know, where if there's kind of like, you know, different people want to do different things on something or on an issue, or there's a fallout, this can be actually a card of finding some kind of common ground to build everyone back together, you know, to get everybody back on the same page. It can even be in a team. This can be a card of teamwork and collaboration, but the recognition that you need to agree what needs to be achieved and then how you go about doing that and get everybody into agreement. So this can be that kind of scenario here in terms of getting everybody on the same page, but very good in terms of an important negotiation, compromise in some way. Is successful for you. With that, we have number 17. It's time to play. This is your Archangel Michael card. You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. Now, this can be when we're dealing with a lot sometimes, and we need to allow ourselves to have fun, to escape, you know, to do something that re-energizes us, you know, re-energizes our spirit, our energy, you know. So it might well be that that's some advice for you in September time. The Sun is always a very positive card. The Sun, this is number 1, so it can be very positive in terms of new outlooks, new beginnings, illumination, how to move forward in a scenario, breakthroughs. Very good also in terms of good news, celebration, joy, happiness, success, abundance, the Sun in tarot. So it's always lovely to see Sun energy, because whatever this scenario is, it's about to get so much better. In relationship terms, like I said, it's about getting everybody on the same page. This can even be about rebuilding a relationship of some kind, especially if this was reconciliation, potentially. This would be slowly but surely, one block at a time, maybe even setting some ground rules if that was the case. But very strong negotiation energy there. In October, we have the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is generally when we stand our ground, when we defend what needs to be defended, whether it's a point of view, whether it's something that matters to us. So it looks like you're very empowered. You're standing your ground and you're not backing down in October time. And there's a reason for that. Now, sometimes we address things with the 7 of Wands. This can be, the best example I can give is, for example, if there was, say, somebody undermining you in a work scenario or going behind your back in some way here, Cancer, you know, and always challenging you, always undercutting you in some way. This will be an energy here where you might stand your ground in a scenario and actually decide, well, that's enough. You know, you decide to deal with it. You're not letting it go anymore. You're taking a stance. This would be that kind of scenario. Sometimes with this card, the flip side of the 7 of Wands, which I don't always feel, the flip side of that is sometimes we want our own way. And you might be dealing with, this might be you, this might be somebody who you're connected to, where you're trying to get everybody on the same page, but one person might want their own way. I want it's my way or the highway. That might well be the scenario that you're dealing with here. And I feel that you're maybe working through a scenario here to get everybody back onto the same page, if that would be the case. That would be the advice as well here. Collaboration is the best way forward here. If these two months are related, not necessarily one person dictating or one person wanting their own way regardless and everybody else has to fall into line. That wouldn't work here in this scenario here. So it might well be that you're trying to get everybody back on the same page and into agreement, almost like trying to, you know, make something work here. And that could even be, you know, a negotiation in business, for example, as well, where, you know, somebody wants more and you're just kind of like, no, we're going to have to compromise and negotiate here. So however this scenario is, Cancer, this is what I'm seeing here. And again, with the Three of Pentacles, is come to some kind of compromise, but also not being taken advantage of, not settling for less than you deserve. So again, the Seven of Wands can be when we stand our ground and we hold our nerve, because it might well be you're saying, well, actually, no, this is what I'm going to accept and nothing less than that. This would be that scenario as well. So just however these energies manifest for you, those messages are coming through. We have number 29, Stay the Course. This is your Archangel Michael deck. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experiences and keep going. So certainly an energy here of stand your ground. Don't give in. Hold the position. It might well be a big scenario for you here. We have action, number 17. Again, action energy is when we are internally inspired to act in a particular way. And the black and white horses represent how we're aligned from within to act in our external environment. So you just feel like, I feel that this is absolutely an energy here with you truly feel like this is something that you're standing your ground and taking action on. And you're not backing down in this scenario because you believe what your stance is right and true and fair. It might well be that you're holding out for a bit more here. That would be the energy here as well. In which case there could be some very positive news come November time. Page of Swords can be an important message. So not necessarily linked with these months either. But the Page of Swords can be a message that brings clarity. Might bring change as well. So very good also in terms of kind of like that kind of fresh perspective. So I feel in this scenario here, Cancer, there may well be some communication that's very important to you that brings the beginnings of change, the beginnings of something new. The Page of Swords for me as a reader can also be very good in terms of, like I said, fresh perspectives, a significant idea as well that you want to explore. So it can be linked to, you know, there could be some kind of idea, concept, something that you want to explore, making happen. This will be a very good energy of that too. It can be very positive in terms of information, learning something, hearing something, getting the information that you need, you know, as part of this process. We have number 22, open your heart. No one is perfect. Stop judging yourself and others. Let love heal this situation here. So again, learning something, hearing something, some information coming to light, a message from somebody. However this resonates with you. And we have indecision. It might well be that there is a decision that needs to be made by you. You might also be waiting on a decision as well in terms of how things are going to move forward. This is number 8, indecision. You're at this crossroads and there are two paths and there is some significant choice to be made here, Cancer. But the red cloak always indicates empowered action, inspired action as well. So I feel that certainly with this crossroads energy, it might well be that you get the information that you need to make some significant choice or decision this month. Always that kind of fresh way of thinking, fresh perspective, fresh news, message. Yeah, the beginnings of something new, the beginnings of change coming in here in November time. Now, in December, we have an Emperor. If this is a person, it's generally an older person, more masculine, generally more of a male energy, the Emperor energy. In love, romance, relationships, this is somebody who would always do the right thing for everybody involved in the situations. It might well be that's the conversation that you're having. This can also be the importance of a father this month, the father being a focus for some reason. The Emperor can also be a significant person of influence in other areas of life. Very good as a judge in a legal scenario, or a person like a CEO, MD, entrepreneur, a person who commands high influence, a final decision maker in a corporate world, business world. So it might well be, I feel that you are likely in that respect hearing from a person of influence. Generally it's very favourable for you when it appears in your reading. So this can be very positive. As an energy here, Cancer, if again there's some kind of information, a message coming to light, your understanding in terms of, this is actually feeling very empowered. We feel everything's falling into place. We're making things happen. We're empire building, So the Emperor is very kind of like expansive energy, progressive energy. So yeah, you might well be just kind of like really kind of like building your world, Because I will also say the two pathways there do remind me of the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands can be sometimes, well, this is how far I've come on my journey. Now, what next? So this is that scenario here where you may have some kind of choice or decision to make, two paths, two people, two opportunities, two way forward in a scenario here. But it's because you've come so far on a journey and you're kind of like, all right, what next? How do I make choices about my future? And it is about stepping into the unknown in some way. This can actually be quite an expansive energy of that. So very good in terms of empire building, progressive energy, initiating, very good in terms of the business field in particular. Also very good in terms of taking control of a situation here to bring order, to bring things back into order, would be the energy of the Emperor. We have number 43, and your vibration is rising. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you. You are evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. And we have the importance of caring connections, number 14. You might be supporting somebody, they might be supporting you. However this manifests for you here, Cancer, but it definitely feels like you're on the up. And like I said, this can also be very good in terms of leadership positions, even like high-end positions as well, that give you greater influence, that you feel that you're kind of like climbing the ladder. This would be that kind of energy, again, as an energy of the card. Empire building. So pretty powerful energy to end on for the year, Cancer. So that's what I have for your 2024 tarot reading. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful 2024. I will see you next time.